Hi, my name's Amanda Babington, and as some of you might know already, I'm a bit obsessed with this instrument, the musette. Following on from my 2022 debut album, Music for French Kings, my colleagues and I recorded a second album earlier this year, in July, and we need your help in order to get it through the final production phase. For those of you that are new to musette, this is an 18th century French bagpipe, and like most bagpipes, it began life as a simple shepherd's instrument. Its rise to prominence is largely thanks to the patronage of Louis XIV, XV and XVI, and its closest living relatives are the Northumbrian pipes and the Irish Ellen pipes, with whom it shares a number of features such as the bellows. It was written for by a number of composers across a huge variety of genres during the 18th century and was included in, for example, operas by Lully and Rameau. However, it went the way of most of its 18th century aristocratic patrons and fell out of favour towards the end of the 18th century, and it was only rediscovered in the 1960s. Since then, interest in the musette has been growing steadily, but there is still a scarcity of recordings of its repertoire. Those that do exist are largely confined to operas, with a few discs containing maybe one work for the musette, and then a small handful devoted to recording a particular set of works for the musette. And this is a shame because there is much beautiful repertoire there still to be heard. While Music for French Kings concentrated on solo works for musette, this album is all about chamber works, exploring how composers wrote for musette with a variety of other instruments. You will hear duos for two musettes, musette and cello, musette and flute, trio sonatas for musette, flute and continuo, and an early example of a sonata where the keyboard part is at least as complicated, if not more complicated, than the musette part. My colleagues and I really enjoyed preparing, touring and recording the works on this album, and we can't wait to share the results with you. Thank you for your support.